Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Marilyn Gale, and I'm bringing you another Marley Spoon by Martha Stewart meal. I got the wrong card. Hold on. I had the one we did the other day. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, we're going to make the crispy sour cream and onion chicken, and it is made with roasted potatoes and broccoli. There you go. Isn't that good? That looks so good. And we're gonna make our own sauce with that. Okay, so here's the chicken. Here's the chicken, and here's the broccoli. Here is the panko crumbs, and here is the ranch powder. We're gonna make our own sauce with that. Here's the sour cream. Here is the mayonnaise. Okay, we have chives. Okay, is this chives with this? Yes. Here's the potatoes, and what else? That's it. Okay, so we're gonna put everything together. I will be right back. Okay, so what I did, I scrubbed the potatoes and I put them in thick wedges, which will help them cook faster. Now I have the broccoli and I'm going to trim them. I'm going to cut the stem off, and I'm just going to leave the flowerette, the green part. Okay, I cut well, this has a little bit more stem. Just a second. I want to cut the stem off. Cut this part off of the broccoli. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to put a tablespoon of oil in the broccoli, and I'm going to mix that up. That's good. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the potatoes. I'm going to put a tablespoon of oil on the potatoes. I put some foil on a baking sheet. Make sure it has raised edges so your food won't fly all over the place. Keep everything in there. And then I'm going to, it says put generous of kosher salt. I don't have kosher salt right now. I ran out, but I do have some sea salt. So I'm going to put sea salt. Oops. Hold on. I gotta make sure the holes are right. I'm gonna put sea salt all over it, and ground black pepper. Okay, now I'm just going to make sure everything is, all the seasoning and the oil is all over the potatoes. Now I'm going to let this cook in the oven for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to add the broccoli. We don't want to add the broccoli now because the potatoes takes longer to cook. I do not like raw potatoes, not to eat. Well, I don't like raw potatoes, period. Okay, so what I did is I took a lemon that came with the meal. I hope you can see it. I zested. It was a small lemon. And then I cut the lemons into wedges. Now they say put it in a bowl, but I wanted to put it in a little saucer because I thought maybe I can control it better on a flat surface. Okay, so here are the chives, and I am going to thinly cut these and then put them with the lemon zest. Can you see that? There's the chives. Okay, it didn't say how much, so I guess I gotta do it all. So I'm going to just try to line it up and cut it small. Make sure you have a fairly sharp knife. And I have a knife sharpener. And I should have sharpened it. I'll go over it to make sure that they're cut thin. And I'm just going to put it in that saucer with the zest. Now, if you don't like to cook, you know, and just cut things up and do all this, Marley Spoon also have pre-prepared meals. And I think I ordered some for the next meal. Oh, and I got a special treat. I'm not going to tell you until I get the box. But I got a dessert. They sell desserts also. So I'm kind of really excited about that. I don't want to tell you what it is, but it's already made. And wouldn't that be just lovely? And it looked like the cake is serving for two. It's not a, you know, full-size cake, of course. It looks like a serving for two. Oh, and let me tell you, I cooked that broccoli and that salmon, and I'm so mad at myself because it's for two servings, and I don't put warm or hot things in my refrigerator. I set it, I left it out for a little bit and then put it in the, you know, in the microwave to let it cool off a little more, you know, before I put it in the refrigerator. I forgot it, guys, and I just didn't trust eating it. It was probably okay, but I don't play around with certain things, you know. So, guys, and I'm gonna order it again because I like that meal. And I told you guys when I unboxed everything that I hated Brussels sprouts. Guys, with that Thai chili and all that mixed together, and oh my gosh, I like Brussels sprouts. So, oh, that's a lesson. That's a lesson learned. Always be open to trying things again, because I hadn't had Brussels sprouts in years, and I think I put a little bacon in it, fried a little bacon with it, and butter, and put in there salt and pepper. That's all I did. I really didn't put any salt, but it was so good, guys. So that's a lesson. Don't say you hate something until you try it different ways. Okay, so now we are going to make this delicious sauce, and I know it's going to be delicious. So let's see, we're going to add all of the mayonnaise. So let's see, all my hands in the way. We're going to add all the mayonnaise. I hope I didn't throw it away, but I had a really good kitchen scissors. Okay. And I don't know, guys. Now we're going to add, with the mayonnaise, we're going to add all of the sour cream. And we have 2 sour creams. So we're going to add all of that. Sour cream and chives. Okay, I could use those scissors right about now. I just had to do it with the knife, cut it with the knife. Okay, we have some ranch powder. Remember this little package? Okay, I have to be careful with the knife because I don't want powder to explode. Okay, we're gonna, let's see, is it all of it? Yep. Sorry guys, I did not want to mess up because this is my first time making this kind of sauce. Okay, the potatoes are ready and I'm going to add the broccoli. Okay, and now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the chives. So I'm going to eyeball it. You think that's about right, guys? I think it is. Let me get a fork. And we're going to blend that up. Maybe I'll add a little bit more chives. Okay. Why not? I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Now if you have coarse salt, I recommend you just use regular salt, or but try to get the salt that's not coarse. We're just gonna do this to taste. Don't you just love the color of this after you put those chives in? That pretty green. I think that's enough. Okay, now I let the potatoes cook I cooked for more than 15, just a little bit while I was finishing up my sauce. But I'm going to put the broccoli in for another 10 minutes on the other half. We don't want it mound on top of each other. Kind of let it spread out to an even layer. Now I'm going to pop it in that oven for 10 more minutes. And remember guys, you're going to put the potatoes, the broccoli on that top shelf. If it's kind of touching the top of the oven, you know, make it the next step, but we want it up higher so it won't burn on 450. Okay guys, we're preparing the chicken. Okay, that's a lot of water, so I rinse my chicken off. I don't care whether the recipe tell me to do it. I rinse my chicken off. And then I'm going to pat off the excess water. And this is for 2 meals. You can eat it all if you want to, but I'm just going to keep that for 2 meals. Then what I'm going to do with this plate here, I'm going to put the panko crumbs. Okay, we want this chicken to be fairly thin. There's some chive. So you can use a cast iron skillet. I'm using this. I want it thin. That's gonna cook real fast. Okay. Now we're going to put salt and pepper. Let's see. I'm going to use my sea salt. On both sides. We wanted this thin, guys. I want to make sure not too much salt. Okay. I just want to feel the grains of salt on my hand, make sure I wasn't putting too much. Okay, and while we're doing that, I'm putting like 1/4 of an inch of oil, preferably in a cast iron skillet. This is, what I did is I took 3 tablespoons of the sauce and put it aside. And we're going to cover the chicken, because the rest of it is going to be used in the last step. So we have enough of this chive, sour cream, mayonnaise. We have enough of that to bread and for the last step. Okay, now guys, when you are putting your panko crumbs, make sure you smush, for lack of a better word, smush those chicken breasts down so it can get all, as much as that breading, so we could have a thick coating. Because it's supposed to, the chicken is supposed to be crispy. So I think that's good. We're gonna smush that. I'm waiting for the oil to heat up. Okay guys, I'm going to put the panko crusted chicken in the cast iron. That's about 1/4 inch of oil. And I'm going to cook it like 3 minutes on each side. And I'm going to put a timer on. I want to make sure that I cook it the minimum, but I always cook just a little bit more. So Yeah. I can test it to see how brown it is. Okay, that's 3 minutes for this side. Let's turn it over. Ooh, guys, look how golden that is. That's so pretty. That's pretty, guys. We're going to do another. That's not as pretty. But we're going to do the other side for about 3 minutes. Okay, now it says when the chicken is done, I'll put it in paper towel, guys, but I don't do that because I want my chicken to remain crisp. So I put it like on a rack. And you can put it on a cooling rack, and I'm just going to put the sauce on the chicken and put some chives. I'm going to the remaining sauce, I'm going to save half for today and half for tomorrow. Put a little chives on that. Guys. And there you go. Now, I'm going to put the rest in the refrigerator for the other part. Well, for the next day. Remember, you get 2 meals. The other chicken looked like it's bigger, probably because I flattened that out a little bit more. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to remember to put that in the refrigerator. So, let's taste everything. First, I want to put a little of the potato. Guys. That is so good. I am not lying. Go on, Martha. Martha. Well, heck, I help. Get a little broccoli. Let's taste some of this chicken. It's so crispy. It is so crispy, those panko breadcrumbs. Guys, this is so delicious. If you want to try it, I think they have a sale. This is 6 days for me, guys. Just a minute. I paid, I think, $39 for 6 meals. Because it's a special and it's just one of me and 2 meals. For 2 people, you get 3 meals for $39. And then the next meal is a little higher. I'll let you know because I forgot. Put some of that lemon, on top of my vegetable and in my sauce. Guys, you gotta try this. Martha, I'm not playing. I told her don't play with me, Martha. I didn't try too many home meals. Don't play with me, girl. And she came correct. So, guys, thank you for joining me. Subscribe. This is so good. I'm going to eat, guys. I'll catch you guys later. I'm hungry. Have a great rest of your week.